Okay, here we are. It's the election night, Monday, May 2nd, 2011. It's about 11 p.m. And we're at 108 Cambie St, the Black Frog, where they had the election watch party. And James, your name is?
James Mcnish.
Sorry?
James Mcnish.
James Mcnish.
Yes.
And Emily?
Emily Jubenvill from Get Your Vote On.
Emily?
Jubenvill from Get Your Vote On.
From Get Your Vote On? And so I guess, I don't know, James, who do you represent?
Well, I'm an SFU student.
Oh, good.
And
okay.
I represent Sustainable SFU, a non-profit that promotes sustainable initiatives at SFU.
Okay.
And yeah, I guess I represent a few sustainably minded students up at SFU.
Okay, and so conservative majority.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Well, although I think a conservative majority is unfortunate, I think what's key to point out is that there was, for one, nearly 60% of Canadians voted against the Conservatives tonight.
I know, they tend to forget that when they start legislating.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the first past the post system promotes this kind of divisive politics. What I'd like to point out is that Elizabeth May had a huge success in Mcnish in the Gulf Islands.
What were the numbers?
I don't know the exact numbers, but I know she won by a pretty solid, I think a couple thousand votes.
Past a recount.
Absolutely,
sure.
Past a recount. So that's a huge success, and the NDP today with winning over 100 votes is historic. I think.
Seats, you mean?
Yes, 100 seats. 100 seats, thank you, is very historic moment for the NDP, so I think that should be noted.
And from what I saw, the projections on voter turnout was up about 8% to about 61% of Canadians voted in this federal election, which I think is a fantastic increase in voter turnout and something that I'm really happy about seeing, and I'm really excited to see how the demographic breakdown of that comes out in the next month or so once they've gone through and looked at all the statistics. And I want to see, like, did youth vote? Did people under 24 vote? Did people under 32 vote? And if they did vote, who was it that they were voting for? But more importantly, were they voting? Or was this voter turnout in other portions of the
I think I saw a little thing on TV just before I headed out that they did have some numbers on that, and that there was a large increase in youth vote, and it leaned mostly towards the NDP.
Interesting. Okay, well that's very interesting. I know that they had the student vote 2011 results on, and that's actually an election done in elementary and high schools across the country. Fantastic initiative, and really cool to see that we're starting to engage citizens below the voting age in the election process. So that's really exciting, but I personally didn't see that
John, your
election.
sorrows, but make sure you make it home.
Absolutely.
Didn't see the election turnout for youth voters federally, and I'm not sure if they can actually, if they've got to the point where they can count those demographics, or if it's just speculation at this point.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how they did that. Nowadays, anyway. Cool. So, any closing thoughts? Whither the future?
You want to go first? You go first.
Well, I think this is a strong sign that there's movement, and there's movement towards a progressive, environmentally conscious future, and Canadians support that idea. I think there's a lot of work to do, and really convincing Canadians that this is a future that is viable, economically feasible, and will provide a strong future for Canadians. But I think we can do it.
And Emily?
I'm actually kind of excited about what happens starting tomorrow, and I think that the 8% increase in voter turnout, whether that's youth or whether that's adults, whoever that is, it shows that one, social media and media beyond the regular newspapers that we access on a day-to-day basis are actually starting to make an impact, and that it is incredibly inspiring, and that that over the next 4 years we have the opportunity to engage with and begin the conversations on what kind of country we want to build, and really begin to make that happen. And I think that Harper said something along the lines of the work begins tomorrow. That's not exactly that, but along those lines.
Yeah, especially
And
for the opposition.
for the opposition, for the Conservatives as well, and I'm super excited to be part of an organization that is going to be engaging with youth across the country on actually getting involved in those issues and having a voice in the democracy that shapes our nation. And that's really exciting, and I know that on behalf of all of the volunteers that get your vote on, we're all really excited to see that happening.
Okay, well thanks both for giving your time, and cut.